Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm glad we made it this far.
Yes.
It's been an interesting week, you know?
Yeah. So tell me, how was your week this week?
It was interesting. A lot of stuff. On a personal level, we're not going to talk about that, but also on a business level,
Yeah.
with everything that's going on, it's just a lot of people are like they have a lot of questions about real estate, about mortgage rates.
Mm-hmm.
The Fed, Colin Powell, spoke this week about, what he's forecasting.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently active all the way through May. And he didn't change rates. He kept them at par where we're at.
Where are we at?
Well, prime is what he really controls, which has nothing to do directly with mortgage rates. Indirectly, it does affect our market. It affects everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when the Feds come out and say, we're going to lower rates or we're going to increase rates or we're going to stay flat, every industry is affected by that, whether it's the stock market or mortgage rates. We're all going to be impacted by whatever decision the Feds make. And he decided not to make a move on rates. Rates have been going up ever since we entered the Iran war. I guess we can call it a war, right? I mean, that's what it's called now. I think it was going to be like a quick 1 week in, 1 week we're out, but we're 3 weeks into it now?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no sight. We don't really know when it's going to end. But the markets, as far as mortgage rates, are up about 0.25% to 0.3%. So just to put that into real interest rates.
Yeah.
Let's say you were looking at a 6% conventional rate.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're looking at closer to 6.375. On a VA, we were seeing rates at 5.25.
I know.
We were at the lower end. We were like, oh my God, we're going to see 4.99 possibly soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were trending really with a lot of direction going downward.
Yeah.
And then boom, it stopped. So right now, VA and FHA rates are going to be somewhere around 5.75 to 6% or 5.99 if you just want to stay below. Now, what I tell everybody is don't panic. Rates were higher a year ago. We're still about 1% less today. And take advantage of this. Because if you're that person that's not panicking and you're going to stay in the market, you're going to be okay, because right now, this is the best time to try to get in, because you may have a competitive edge since you're not competing with anybody. And so you might, and you know this on your end, and you could talk more about how when you make offers and a property's been sitting for a longer time, or they don't have multiple offers, how you negotiate on behalf of the client to get them possibly credits for a buy down. So there's all these things that you can work on right now. And I would say anybody that's thinking about, should I wait or should I move forward with buying a home? First of all, let's make sure the numbers make sense, right? Because we always do that. We want to make sure we always put our clients in the best scenario possible.
Right.
So we make sure the numbers make sense. And if they do, move forward with it, because you may be in a better negotiation situation than you think. And so it's better to only be the only buyer versus having multiple offers and you're competing against other buyers. So rates hopefully will turn around, will flatten out, and we'll start seeing, hopefully in the near future, in the next couple of weeks, rates come back down again.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think obviously, whether or not you're in a war, not in a war, if the market's up, if the market's down, I think it's always a great time to enter the market. As long as you can structure the deal in a way that is comfortable for you to get in,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most important thing, is just getting your foot in the door. Because at the end of the day, there are so many different ways to capitalize on the asset you have, whether it's doing a second, whether it's doing a refinance, a HELOC, a cash out refi, whatever the case may be, depending on what your goals look like. We as professionals actually sit down with our clients and tailor a plan that is most suitably fit for their needs.
Yeah. And we've been doing this for a while now. And I think we've perfected and we're perfecting how we plan out our meetings with our clients. It's not your typical meeting because you're meeting with a realtor and you're meeting with a mortgage consultant, and we like to put them together because you get all the information, and we don't like to speed through it either. We like to take our time to make sure that we're answering the questions, that the client feels comfortable about the process. And it works better than, let me introduce you to my mortgage consultant. You're going to have a meeting with him on this day, and then you can come back and meet me on another day. We can do that too, because we can tailor things around our clients' schedules, right? Mm-hmm. But the way we've been doing it, where we work together and we're there and we're present and we could do the whole process all at once, I think our clients get the most value that way, because they can really see from the beginning, from A to Z, and they can get it all. And when they walk out, I feel like most of them walk out and they feel informed and like, okay, now I know where we fall. And then now I know what kind of properties we can qualify for. And a lot of times they're ready to go shop that weekend if it's during the week, right? If their schedule is allowed. But it's a great process to do it the way we've been doing it now. They get a lot more value, and they definitely their time, because their time's important to us. A lot of them have families. So we take that and we really put a lot of value into that period of time in those 2 hours or maybe 3 hours. I know it sounds like a long time, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think like what we always say, relationships over transactions.
Absolutely. 100%. And what do you think is going to happen this weekend with the open house market? Is it heating up?
I think the open house market is still a great place for people to come and view homes. But don't be unrepresented. Have a professional set you up for success. That I cannot stress that enough. Walk into those homes with an understanding of what your payment is going to look like, because I hate to say this, and this is probably something that not a lot of people are going to like for me to hear, but window shopping breaks your heart. You know, you fall in love with something that you can't afford, and then you're disappointed walking away and you're dreaming this dream that may or may not be possible for you. So walk with a real estate professional, a mortgage consultant that's really going to hold your hand throughout the home buying process, so that way you know exactly what you can afford and you know exactly what you're going to be marrying into for the next 30 years.
100%. I still do open houses and people walk in and they're not represented or they haven't been pre-approved, and I'm just shocked, right? It's window shopping is not a great thing. Like, you're just setting yourself up for wanting something that you maybe not be able to afford. And so your expectations now are set high and you might be here. So yeah. Completely.
Well, before you guys go out there, interview a real estate professional and a mortgage consultant, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.